Hi everyone, Big Mac here. Just thought, I'd share a little something with you. As we all know, this decade's coming to an end. I don't know if it has an official name yet, but I'm just calling it the 20 O's, because, next decade will be the 20 teens, etc. But, I figured I'd just share with you some of my favorite songs over the past decade. Just a couple straight rules. There's a lot of music, obviously, so I'm going to limit it to one song per artist. Usually my favorite song, but I'll tend to lean towards earlier stuff by the artist. Just my background, mostly rock music, a little bit of country, just to let you know. Mostly mainstream artists. I'm not an indie or a twee person by any means. Again, mostly just stuff that's been on the radio, and this is just my list. So if you're gonna, I don't want to deal with any crap from people. This is just my idea, and if you don't like it, make your own, pretty much. Okay, so starting off, I forgot to mention, I'm gonna include or try to include a link to each song here on YouTube, either a video of the artist or just a link or recording. Starting at number 25, we have "Short Skirt Long Jacket" by Cake. Just a really catchy song. Back in '01, I think. Just really fun. I always enjoyed it. I remember one of those songs I danced to, and one of the first things I remember that had multiple music videos. I remember they had like a LA edition, New York edition, stuff like that. So I just thought that was pretty interesting. Coming in at number 24, we have Amarillo Sky by Jason Aldean. This is one of my country songs that I'm listing here. Very homegrown styled. I really liked it. Reminds me of my mom's history back in her farm when she used to live out there. Just another good old fashioned country song that I personally take to heart. Number 23, "Take Me Out" by Franz Ferdinand. I remember the first time I heard this song, I was, certain that this was definitely a new sound that this was going to produce. So I figured, this is going to be the new kind of music to expect in this decade. And in a lot of ways, I feel like it is. And so I wanted to put this song here to indicate that. Number 22 is "Hurt" by Johnny Cash. It's the only cover on this list, but it's such a very powerful and moving song. Obviously, it was released just a little while before he died, and obviously, it's the Trent Reznor cover, Nine Inch Nails. But it's done very beautifully, and I encourage you to check it out. At number 21, we have "Handlebars" by the Flowbots. Very different than Johnny Cash. But this song, it is very politically charged, but I feel like, this is a new kind of rhythm that's coming out. It's not quite alternative. It's got some rhyming rap type elements to it. I wouldn't call it a rap song by any means, but, I just think that it's a really catchy song that, also is able to convey its message in a very serious manner. Number 20, we have "Perfect Situation" by Weezer. This is just a definite emo song for me. I think when it came out, I was a senior in high school, so I was very emo at the time. I still like to sing it, and it's just a really fun, good song. I prefer the version, because there's a couple versions with different choruses. I'm not going to sing, obviously, but I just like the one that keeps crescendoing over the. Coming in at number 19, we have "Touche" by Godsmack. This is I don't know if it was an official single or not. I doubt it. This is actually a duet type thing with the lead singer of a band called Dropbox. I don't think they had like one minor hit back with Wishbone in '03 or something, but not really anything memorable, unfortunately. But this song I always liked the chorus to it. Whatever I'll do for you, you do for me. Very simple. And I've always liked Godsmack stuff, but this one just stands out from the rest to me. Coming in at number 18, we have "Dare You to Move" by Switchfoot. I remember the first time I saw this video, I thought it was really amazing. Also, the music video I thought was really simple and elegant, but then they had to go and mess it up, so that's why they had to make a completely second version. And I'm a diehard fan of the first version, so hopefully I'm going to try and find a link to that. Coming in at number 17, I have "Audience of One" by Rise Against. It was hard for me to pick a song by this band because there's a lot of good ones. but this is one of their more recent ones, so I figured I should put a couple more recent songs here so that it's not completely covered with songs while that were made while I was in high school. But I feel like this band has a lot going for it. It's probably one of my favorite bands right now, and so I hope to see them on tour someday. Coming in at number 16 is probably one that you guys might not have ever heard of, The Unprotected by Cavalier King. I actually found this one by mistake myself, but it's a very simple song. I've loved it ever since I heard it for the first time. So I find it very moving, simple, and loving. Coming in at number 15, I think this is the last country song officially on my countdown, but you never know. Stay by Sugarland. Sugarland's really become a power pop or a power duo over the past few years, and I don't see any reason for them to be slowing down. Stay is just a very powerful song, and if you watch the music video with lead singer Jennifer Nettles, by the end basically she gets emotional towards it just because of the power in the song. So it's one of those things that are just feel very, and you can feel that power. Coming in at number 14, we have My Beautiful by Lennon. Again, she might not be known to everybody, but I think she's a really good singer. This album came back out in 2001 with a song called My Beautiful. Actually, it's been re-released as Where Do I Fit In from her 2007 album Damaged Goods, but it's still a very powerful song, and I honestly prefer the original one. There have been a couple remixes, duets, versions, but this is always the one that I've held dear. Coming in at number 13, we have Hate Me by Blue October. Again, just a very powerful song that, I also like very much. Again, Blue October, hard to say if they'll have lasting power, but, that 06, 07 area when they were really big, they were a big part of my life. Coming in at number 12, a little bit more uplifting, we have How to Save a Life by The Fray. Just one of those more feel-good songs. I always think about one particular person when this song comes on the radio. Hopefully somebody else, you probably have your own people to think about. I love the music video. I do like the second one versus the first one. I didn't really get the first one all as much. The second one's very moving, and I think, that's that kind of song. Very simple, but it works. Plus, I just love the drum at the end. I don't know why. Very simple snare. Kind of reminded me of Jumper by Third Eye Blind. And at number 11, just missing the cap, we have In the End by Linkin Park. Obviously, they've been a great group this whole decade with Hybrid Theory, Meteora, Menace to Midnight, all coming out this decade. I just picked In the End because it was probably one of their earliest successes, and it very much maintained a tone for the band. Obviously, Menace to Midnight is a little different in some respects, but very moving songs, and this is just one that everybody still remembers.